Hi guys, Alicia Darlene here. I wanted to do a video on how to protect you and your baby during cold and flu season. So I had a Vea in the end of August, pretty much right going into sick season, and it was just really rough. I wanted to just go over some tips that you can do to protect you and your baby through the sick season. Even if they're not born right into the sick season, even if they're a little bit older, you still want to do everything you can to protect you guys and keep you both really healthy. So I just wanted to go over that with you guys. If this video is beneficial for you, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can make more of these. And let's get started. So the first one that you want to do is to wash your hands. So anyone that comes in contact with your baby, you want to make sure that their hands are washed, even if you have to stop people and say, oh no, don't touch her please until you have washed your hands, or don't pick her up until you wash your hands. You know, that's completely okay. That's going to be your best defense against anything with your baby. Even if your spouse comes home from work, make sure that they wash their hands. If I go to the gym and I come back home, I pretty much just take a shower before I touch her, just to make sure that all those germs are off. So the best defense is going to be washing your hands with soap and warm water and sing happy birthday at least twice for you to get all those germs off. You can also wash your baby's hands. So we pretty much will do this too, just because some people will come and they'll just kind of, hey baby girl, and they'll touch your hand, and I go and wash her hand right away just because she's been putting everything in her mouth lately. So that's just going to be the big thing, is just to wash your hands, wash baby's hands. Anyone that comes in contact with your baby, make sure that their hands are washed also. So that's going to be number one. Number two is going to be to disinfect. So yes, you probably will have some friends and family coming over to visit and see the baby, stuff like that, which is okay. But you just want to make sure that anything that people are constantly sharing and touching is going to be disinfected. Even if people come over and they are not showing any symptoms of being sick, they're asymptomatic, they might still have something. So it's a little scary because, you know, just a bunch of people are going to be sick during this time. So you just want to make sure that you are disinfecting everything: countertops, doorknobs, remote controls, refrigerator handles, doorknobs, light switches, anything like that. You want to make sure that you are disinfecting with those disinfecting wipes or bleach and water, just to make sure that all the surfaces are clean, because cold and virus germs can stay on there for at least like 3 hours. So you want to make sure that everything is wiped down, especially the items that you guys are sharing together as a family, or if you have people come over, just make sure that everything is disinfected. You can also use the spray, the disinfecting spray, to get rid of those cold and flu virus germs. So you want to do that. The next thing is going to be to get the flu shot. So whoever is in the household, you want to make sure that they are they got vaccinated. So with the flu shot, you want to make sure that you guys are all up to date with, because your baby's best defense is going to be you and your husband, or you and your children, anything like that, is going to be the best defense to protect them, because up until they are 6 months, they cannot get a flu shot. So if they are younger than 6 months, you guys make sure that you guys all get the flu shot to protect that little baby. So that's going to be really big. If you have family members that watch your baby, you want to make sure that they also get the flu shot, or anybody that is in contact with your baby a lot, you want to make sure that they also have the flu shot, just because the flu can be a little bit scary for babies that are under 6 months. So that definitely get the flu shot if you can, just to protect you guys and your baby. So the next one is going to be to avoid the secondhand smoke. If you have anybody in your household that is a smoker, you just want to make sure that the baby is coming in contact very minimal with that secondhand smoke, because any babies that come in contact with secondhand smoke are at higher risk for respiratory infections and stuff like that. So you just want to make sure that that is at an absolute minimum. If you go out to a restaurant, you know, don't sit by any smoker or anything like that. Just keep that at a minimum if you completely can, to keep that away from your baby. Okay, so the next one is going to be to contain your coughs and your sneezes. Yes, someone in your family might have a cold. I mean, it does happen. So if they do have a cold, you want to make sure that they are containing their coughs and sneezes. They are coughing or sneezing into the crook of their elbow. They're not letting it go everywhere and spray all over. So you just want to be able to contain that, so you can teach your children or your spouse how to be coughing and sneezing. If they're sneezing, they can go into that tissue. Make sure you throw it away. If you can, keep your baby and the sick person in a separate room just until they get over that little sickness. So just to contain your cough and your sneezes, just protect your baby. Okay, so the next one is going to be avoid exposure. So I know that you just had a baby and you want to go out and have fun and go to events and stuff like that, but it's just going to be really important to keep your baby at home as much as you can. You don't want to be going out to too many places where a lot of people can be sick, just to avoid that exposure to your baby. And especially with like the RSV season, it can be pretty dangerous for babies that are especially under 1 year. So you just want to make sure that during that time that you are staying home if you can, or just avoiding exposure for your baby. Um, you can also, if you get into contact with somebody that was sneezing or coughing, anything like that, you can breastfeed your baby right away if you're breastfeeding. So if you come into contact with some new germs, like I said, if someone is coughing or sneezing that you are around, your body will automatically make some antibodies, and then that will go into your breast milk for your baby. So it's super awesome. Breast milk is pretty much like medicine. So that is really important. Like I said, if you come into contact with somebody, breastfeed right away, right after they come into that exposure. So that's super important if you are breastfeeding to continue doing that. Even if you get sick yourself, which it does happen, moms get sick, you know, they go to work and they come home with something. So don't stop breastfeeding your baby if you do get something, because your body will make antibodies for your baby. So even if you're sick yourself, you are protecting your baby by still breastfeeding that baby, because you're giving them all the antibodies to protect their little body from that. All right, and then the next one is just going to be just to be healthy, just to be keep your immune system up, to eat wholesome foods, drink plenty of water. Whatever you're putting into your body is going to be to fight and protect yourself. So just to eat a really, really well balanced meal and stay hydrated and get lots of exercise, sleep well. Of course, I know that's going to be a little bit hard if you have a newborn, but just do your best that you can. And that's pretty much all you can do to protect you guys, you and your baby, this cold and flu season. So I hope that this video helped. Like I said, you're doing a great job, and like and subscribe to my channel. I also have a bunch of videos on breastfeeding if that's something that you're going to be starting or a little bit confused on. I make a bunch of videos on breastfeeding. I also make a video on what to bring to the hospital if you are expecting a baby. So check out those videos, and like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.